I'm Shahnaaz Ayub and I'm on the hunt for the best halal food up and down the country. If there's one thing that halal foodies have been screaming out for, it is authentic, and I emphasize the word authentic Korean cuisine. Well, this place promises to deliver just that, and I'm here to see whether that's the case. In the heart of East London, on the famous Brick Lane. Welcome to Kinkao Korean. So we're here in Kinkao Korean to taste the culinary and authentic delights of Chef Shakil here, who's going to cook me some authentic dishes. Hi, Chef.
Hello.
So what are we starting off with?
So yes, we are doing the BIBIMBAP. It's a raw beef BIBIMBAP, so it's called UK.
Right, BIBIMBAP, for those that don't know BIBIMBAP, it's essentially crunchy vegetables, rice, and then you can have your choice of toppings. Today we're going to go for?
A raw beef.
A raw beef.
In Korean it says it's called a UK.
Yes, absolutely. So we've gone for the raw beef. Don't worry, it does cook in the broth. And then on top of that, we've gone for a raw egg.
Yes.
I can hear Edwina Curry right now doodling down this brick lane in fury, but that raw egg actually cooks in the broth as well.
Yes.
So there are no health issues here that we
No,
have to worry about.
it doesn't, because stone bowl itself is very hot. So once you mix everything together, it's just to start cooking. Okay, first is the heart of Korean things is sesame oil.
Sesame oil.
Yeah,
now this is quite a strong and pungent oil, isn't it? So
yes,
you only really need to glaze the inner bowl very lightly.
Yeah, because so that when the stone bowl is going to be hit, it's not going to stick on the side. So we can mix them properly.
That's right.
So let me show you. The first thing is rice.
Okay, we're assembling the bowl now. So we've got some hot rice that's going in, and that's quite sticky, that rice as well, isn't it?
It has to be a bit sticky, because if it's like too dry, then it's going to be difficult for the customers to eat, because usually the Korean, they use the chopsticks.
Yes, of course, and it has to stick to the...
Yes.
You know, it beggars belief how people can eat with rice with chopsticks, but I guess the stickier it is, the more chance of it you have of sticking to the stick.
Yes. These are all my vegetables. We are using 6 different types of vegetables. The first one, it's got radish, it's got carrot, spinach, it's got bean sprout, courgette, and shiitake winter mushroom.
Okay, so now this is the assembly of colours.
Yes.
This is the important part, because when it looks appealing, you're halfway there.
So now it's ready. I'm just gonna put it on the stove while I'm preparing my raw beef.
Right, so that's going to start cooking as such, or just heating?
It's heating, because everything is cooked, so just need to keep the side of the stone balls.
But it doesn't burn, it doesn't get charred at the bottom?
No, but that's why I put the sesame oil in the beginning.
So the sesame oil has quite a high heat tolerance, doesn't it? So that prevents it from burning?
Yes, it does.
Fantastic.
This is rump steak.
This is rump steak?
Yeah, it's very lean, very less, it doesn't have any fat actually.
No, this is from the loin part of the cow, which is always very tender. The closer you get to the centre of the cow, obviously, the more tender and juicy the meat is. So that's a prime cut there. Fantastic.
Yes, it is.
And I've noticed also that it's frozen.
Yes.
Now, freezing it actually makes it really easy to cut.
Easy to cut, because we're going to cut it very thin.
Yeah.
So it needs to be very thin, because it's a raw beef and it's going in the stone balls. So when it's thin, it's cooked faster.
Fantastic. How long do you need to let that cook
It's
for?
between 3 to 4 minutes. When crackling are coming out, we put some sesame oil on the side, and then we can serve. It's
Fantastic.
This kind of dish is very light, and it's like very clean dishes. It doesn't have like an oil or like so much carb or fat.
Yeah.
No such things. It's got like very balanced food.
It appealed to me actually that this is a very healthy dish. We have got the sticky rice there with the starch in. I suppose that's the only sort of carbohydrate issue that you have there, but otherwise you've got lovely, crunchy, healthy vegetables there. You've got meat that hasn't been doused in loads of oil. It's absolutely lovely to look at, even while it's just cooking. Right, so you've made a nice little nest in the middle of that raw meat.
Yes.
And in that is going to go
That's
egg
yolk, yes.
your burst of sunshine. Wonderful. And that's going to sit right in there. Now it's just the yolk, it's not the white of the egg.
No, because yolk itself is quite creamy and quite rich, so it
And that's just going to bind it all together, isn't it?
Yes, it does, yes.
And if we've got to eat with chopsticks, that's going to help us.
Well, if you're very good with the chopsticks, yes. Otherwise, you can use the spoons as well. Just a little bit.
And you're covering it with a bit of sesame seeds,
yes.
black and toasted.
Black and white.
Wonderful.
Just for like a good looks.
I mean, it looks aesthetically absolutely beautiful. You've got all the colours there, and as I said, that lovely little sunshine right in the middle makes it just look perfect. I can't wait to try that. So here we are in Kinkao, Korean, where I'm joined by chef extraordinaire Shakil, and we're cooking up authentic dishes. Now, Shakil, what's next?
The next dish is going to be KALBI, which is beef short rib.
Beef short rib from the flanken.
It's a flanken cut.
It's a
very
flanken
thinly
cut.
sliced cut.
Now it's a strip of beef that's cut across the bone from the chuck end of the short ribs.
Yes.
So there's no bone in here.
It has got bone in it. Yes.
It has got bone in it, has
bone,
it?
a little bit meat and a little bit fat. So it's a combination of meat, lean meat, fat and bone.
Because I'm noticing, Shakil, there is quite a bit of fat in there.
Yeah.
That contributes to the tenderness, the juiciness.
Yes, because because it's very thinly sliced, if that doesn't have a fat, it's going to be very dry.
Okay, so we need to have the fat in.
Keep the like in a juice. Yeah, so when you eat it, it's still going to be like very juicy.
Okay, so tell me what you've marinated it in.
It has got soy sauce, it's got sesame oil, it's got garlic, onion, ginger. It has got Asian pear, it's got pineapple, it's got kiwi. The first is our pan. It needs to be very hot before you put the KALBI in there.
Yes.
We hardly use any oil. I'm just going to put a little bit of oil just to cover up the pan.
I was going to say, you probably wouldn't need to use all that much oil because you've got all the natural fats which will melt
yes,
and
exactly.
render.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just a little bit oil.
And that's normal cooking oil, is it, or is it
it's
sesame
normal
oil?
cooking oil, yes.
Okay.
But it has got sesame oil itself, so I don't have to
so we don't need that. Ah, the sizzle. That's the sound you want to achieve as soon as you put it in the hot oil. And you can see it's starting to contract straight away. Those juicy muscle fibers are just doing their thing. Very, very nice.
So this one is actually done, and we can move on the second stage.
So you're going to start caramelizing your onions?
Yes. So I've got sliced onion here.
They're quite thickly sliced as well, aren't
yes,
they?
Yes, because you don't want to break or melt the onion. You need to be firm while it's been grilled.
And we don't need to add any oil for that?
Nothing.
So it's going to cook in its natural sugars and caramelize.
The beef itself has got so much flavor and the rich the sauce. I think that's all. I mean, you don't have to put that much onion. Just
I love onion. I can never get enough of it. So we're literally plating up here now.
Yeah. You can see the sizzling nice is coming out.
Okay, so those onions haven't completely caramelized. You are more or less just sort of putting them on a very high heat.
Yes.
And you're allowing the beef to rest on that now.
Yeah.
So the flavors of that onion are going to infuse into the beef as well.
Yes. You can see the smoke is coming up.
Yeah, you can see that the onions are caramelizing underneath.
That's chopped spring onion and sesame seed.
Ah, the colours.
It's ready to serve.
Look at that. I mean, the aesthetics of what I'm looking at the moment are just magnificent. So next up at Kinkao Korean, we're going to be cooking more food. It's going to be a chicken dish this time, Chef Shakil.
Yes, it's called kanpungi.
I'm glad you said that.
That's right. So we're just going to fry it a little bit, around 3 minutes, and then it goes in the very tangy, sweet hot sauce, coated with the hot sauce.
Fantastic.
And trust me, it's a very, very delicious item.
I trust you.
Okay. Dominic, could you please make a one portion of kanpungi for me?
Okay, so Shaquille, we've got our hot wok here, really high temperature. We're being passed the chicken by lovely Dominic. Thank you very much. Let me just taste a bit of that. Very crunchy. The chicken pieces you've used from the thigh and the...
It's from the thigh, yes. Because the thigh keeps the chicken quite juicy. If you use the chicken breast, once you fry them, they become very dry.
Exactly. So tell me what you coated that with.
Well, it's just like potato starch, got a bit of a garlic, salt and pepper.
That's it.
Yeah.
No egg to coat it in or anything like that?
No.
So it just gets thrown into that and then into the deep fryer.
Yeah.
That is delicious, just on its own, even before we've added the sauces. But I'm going to let you do your thing.
Okay. Fill your hot sauce.
So what's that sauce you've just put in?
It's kalkongi sauce. In terms of the ingredients, you've got the chili paste, chili powder, you've got sugar, you've got corn syrup, and you've got the vinegar as well.
It's got all the components there that will make it caramelize really, really well.
Yeah.
Now, if like me, you're into your KFC, and it's not the KFC you're thinking of, this is Korean fried chicken, and if you have not tasted this before, you are seriously missing out. I cannot emphasize that enough. This is the best fried chicken that you will ever have. And here at Kinkao Korean, we are tasting the authentic version. Now, Chef Shaquille here is going to be making the Korean fried chicken with two different toppings. Sauces, and what
we are
they?
making the classic one, which is KFC sweet chili, and another one is honey butter garlic.
Oh, I love them both.
Okay, and I will show you how I make it. First, I'm going to just fry the chicken. When the chicken is ready, I'll show you how I'm going to make the sauce and how I coat it. Dominic, could I have a 2 portion of KFC small size, please? Last but not least, it's another secret ingredient.
A secret ingredient?
Yes.
All right, I take it you're not going to tell me what that is. And it's been sitting in front of me the whole time. I had the opportunity to find out exactly what the secret ingredient was, and I messed it up.
So that was the classic, the sweet chili one.
Okay.
I'd like to show you the second one, which is honey butter garlic.
Oh.
So I've got the butter ready. I already heat them up, so butter's ready. So I'm just going to add garlic in there.
So what you've done here is you've just melted regular butter, salted, unsalted?
Doesn't matter actually.
Okay, and you've put
unless
garlic
someone
in.
has got specific criteria, we follow this one.
Okay.
We do both.
And you've just literally put minced garlic in?
Yes.
How much? About a tablespoon?
It's just a tablespoon, if I can show you. There you go.
Okay. So you're just gonna like literally drizzle it on top?
For the honey butter garlic, yes.
So actually, this is interesting. The garlic has cooked through in the butter because
Yes.
you didn't add the garlic that long ago. So
No.
it's quite a nice raw taste of the garlic that we're going to be
Yep.
tasting with the butter. Fantastic. And
Absolutely.
drizzled honey on top.
That's your honey butter garlic. And I'll show you the KFC sweet chili one too.
Then you're just adding the cold sauce on top. No cooking required, no further cooking.
No.
That is your completed dish. Wonderful. Now this is heavenly comfort food at its best. This is proper crave-worthy food.
One thing is missing. It's a little bit garnished. Again, the Korean thing has to be spring onion.
Not coriander, spring onion.
All is spring onion and
just
a little
sesame.
bit toasted sesame sauce.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. So here we are in the heart of Brick Lane at Kinkao Korean, tasting the most delicious array of food. And when I say array of food, nothing has been spared here. I think we've made the chef cook half the menu. Although I have looked at the menu and it does look quite extensive. I'm very impressed with it. But as you can see here, we have got a lovely variety of food. And I'm very lucky to be joined by the owner of this establishment, Babu, and his lovely wife, Nook, and their daughter, Far. Thank you so much for having me. I feel so honoured. This is like a proper family dinner. It's lovely. Thank you so much. Now, Babu, this used to be a Thai restaurant, in fact.
It was. We started out here about 6 years ago as a Thai restaurant. Very difficult in the beginning. People don't come to Brick Lane for Thai food.
It's the curry capital.
Exactly. But we built up our trade, we built up regular customers, good reviews, people recommending the place.
Word of mouth.
Exactly. And before long, we were so busy we couldn't really cope with the demand in a small restaurant.
Okay, so you moved to larger premises, which are currently in the Docklands, a much larger restaurant than here. But you didn't replace this with another Thai restaurant. You've decided to go for Korean, which is actually quite brave.
Yes, I mean, there's two reasons for that. One is the fact that I didn't really want to put a second team of Thai chefs there. We've got a great team and I want to keep that standard. But the second thing is, long term, I want to try and bring out different types of cuisine, Asian cuisine, cover each one with halal versions of them.
And the wonderful thing, of course, is this is a fully halal restaurant. Every single meat that you will have will be halal, and the choice, it's a very authentic menu. And of course the pleasure of eating or being able to eat every single dish on that menu, knowing that it's halal, must be wonderful for all those halal foodies out there. Now, right, what have we got here? First of all, can we start off with this? This is kimchi. Kimchi is your fermented vegetables. It's a bit like the Indian pickles that we have at our tables at home that I'd quite happily get through a jar through a day. So this isn't going to be here for very long. I would have finished that by the end of this meal. And also we have the BIBIMBAP. So look at this. I mean, the colours on that dish are absolutely amazing. You've made it look so aesthetically pleasing. Well, you have, and the chef has. But it's been finished off with this beautiful egg in the middle. It's given it that ray of sunshine, and the beef just looks so appetising as well. Then we have the KALBI. This was the beef short rib dish that we saw the chef make, which looked so appetising. When it came to the table, it was absolutely sizzling. It looked wonderful as well. We've got the two versions of the KFC here, one with the sweet chili sauce, one with the honey, butter and garlic as well. And then we've got the ganpungji. All right, they're laughing. Why are you laughing? Have I said something?
I'll let Mom explain. That is named kanpungi.
Kanpungi?
Yeah.
Okay, what did I just say? What did that translate as? That made you laugh so much.
You wanna tell her? Yeah, you just tell her. It's mean like your stomach is like itchy and you need to stretch it.
Oh my god! I'm glad
Like
it's the stomach that I made the mistake with and nothing else. But my stomach will be full by the end of this. That's
You might
for
need
sure.
to be kanpung afterwards.
Kampung is definitely going to be my name when I leave this restaurant. Thank you so much. Well, let's dig in. What do we want to start with then?
Kanbungi. Well, I can't use chopsticks, so.
There you go. That is so tender and crisp, it's unbelievable.
Thank you.
It maintains its crispiness from the kitchen to the table. And what's nice is that you get that immediate kick of that Korean chili paste that just comes right through straight away. It is so delicious. Right, so next up we're going to go for the KALBI beef. Now, chef made this in my presence and I was very, very impressed. In fact, so impressed I'd already tasted it before he'd finished it. I cannot be trusted when it comes to food, I have to say. So this is your KALBI beef. Let's have a taste of it. This is so good, I've forgotten my name. That is probably the best beef I have ever tasted. It is so tender. The fat has completely rendered. It's incredibly tasty. It's sweet. It's salty with the soy. You can taste the onions that have caramelized into that meat. It's incredibly flavoursome. Okay, so next up we have got the bibimbap. Now, this is comfort food in a bowl. Whenever I've had it, and I've noticed on your menu actually, you do about 8 varieties of this. It's very staple, it's incredibly filling, it's very healthy. So I cannot pick up rice with chopsticks, so I'm going to go for this. Now, okay, people might be slightly put off by the fact that there is raw meat in here, but in fact, I have to say, it might be pink, but it has actually cooked quite well. It just gives the impression.
Yes, the
that
bibimbap hot plate, it actually cooks it at your table.
Flavours just from that beef are really coming through, particularly the sesame oil. It's a very strong taste. Everything that he marinated that in, the salts, the tasty salt as well that he put in.
What you have to do before you eat it is normally stir the whole dish around. So it cooks it when you stir it, it cooks the whole dish.
Okay, so why don't we do that then?
And for bibimbap, when you eat, you have to keep stirring it because this one is hot. If
So
you
it
not,
keeps cooking.
yeah, it's gonna burn
You see, the
your food.
pinkness of that meat has completely gone.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
when
yes.
I had it, it was medium rare.
yeah.
Now it's
cooked.
done, it's cooked.
I love the bibimbap. I think it's a beautiful dish.
Can that be eaten hot or cold?
No, hot. It has
Only
to be
hot.
Yes. Once the stone dish gets cold, you can't really.
I mean, that's a lovely winter dish to have when it's freezing cold. We're definitely in the right country for that. I'm going to have a go at the kimchi, which has just been looking at me. It's got my name written all over it. I've had your chef pack a bowl full of this for me. Kimchi will be eaten on the way home. I'll be finished by the time I get there. That's really delicious as well. It complements the food so beautifully. We've got the acidic overtones of the fermented vegetables in this kimchi, which has been done so well. I see that you've used cabbage here. Is that the Napa cabbage that you usually?
It is, yes.
Yeah. So that's really come out very well and very crunchy. And it tastes so good with the bibimbap.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous. Right, KFC.
So this is the sweet chili. Here is the honey butter and
I
garlic.
actually don't know which one to go for first. I'm so confused.
Try one of each.
I'll go for the one that's nearest to me. But these are quite large pieces, so I'm going to have to put one in my mouth, and then you're going to have to do all the talking. You all right with that?
The KFC is one of the main reasons I wanted to open
Yep.
Korean first. I really, really love this dish. It's, for people that haven't tried it and like chicken, they really need to. It's something.
The thing about fried chicken, you can never go wrong with it. You can never go wrong with it. That's why it's probably one of the most popular dishes in the world. This is so incredibly lovely. It is slightly spicy for my liking. It's quite hot, but I think for the crowd around here, it would appeal to them.
Well, you can also get this dish with the sauce on the side if you don't want it too spicy. That way you can just make it as spicy as you want, but it's a really nicely presented dish.
This is the Korean fried chicken. Now this time this has got the honey butter and garlic topping. The crunchiness has been maintained. Now this is something that Chef was talking about, that the Korean fried chicken is fried twice. As opposed to normal American style fried chicken that you get, it's just fried the once. Now the frying of the twice frying it has given it this amazing crispiness.
It does. It gives it crispiness, but it also reduces the amount of oil that's in there. It's not oily at all.
No, I'm really impressed with this. This is good food of a very good standard. And of course, even, you know, the appeal of the restaurant itself, you've got wood carvings, you know, these beautiful Asian artifacts absolutely everywhere. You've given the full experience actually to anyone that visits. And did Look have any involvement in the decor of this place?
She's completely responsible for all of it.
Well, credit goes to you. It is absolutely beautiful. In fact, I've already told Bubba I'm taking a few dining tables. Things home. Anything that can fit in my car is coming with me. And now to the scores. Well, score out of 10 for food, Kinkao Korean, what can I say? The food was amazing. It delivered everything it promised, and the authenticity was right here as well. This is your proper authentic Korean food. It was delicious, it was spicy, it was flavoursome, it was everything I wanted it to be. Score for Kinkao Korean for food, 10 out of 10. And then for Ambience, well, the owner's done everything he can to make this an experience that you won't forget. He's got the Asian artifacts, he's got the wood carved furniture. It looks absolutely beautiful inside. I would give a score out of 10, 7. And that's it for now, until next time on IC, where we'll be continuing our search for the best halal restaurants to eat in the UK, only on For the Love of Food 2.